I have like 8 questions, 9 questions. Interview should be much shorter than last one, like much less work on both sides. So, like 10 minutes.
Right.
So,
Okay.
let's start off with the lead. Today is October 22nd, 2016. It is 7.
It's the 20th, but anyway, go ahead.
Oh, 20th, sorry. 7, God. It's 7:33 around that time at our clocks. We're at my house in Boise, Idaho. Grandpa's at his house in Ketchum, Sun Valley. And I'm interviewing my grandpa Doug for our storytelling expedition oral history project for our school. Purpose is to identify someone who represents good traits. So now let's kick it off with the first question. Can you tell me of a time in your life when you had to use good discipline towards someone?
Yeah, you're kind of slowing down, and anyway, keep going.
Can you tell me of a time in your life when you had to show good discipline towards someone?
Yes, your father and your Uncle Steve had some slingshots I made for them, and we were up duck hunting, and they used them to shoot out a whole bunch. For many months afterwards, they had to get paper routes and pay me back slowly over time to pay for what they did.
Mm-hmm. And did you have a lot of chores as a child? Or responsibilities growing up with your dad, Wilfred?
He gave me the job of taking out some orange trees, and he had a small grove about a mile away, and so I'd ride my bike over there, and I would cut the top out of an orange tree with a big axe, and then I'd dig all around the base and cut off all the roots and roll it out of the hole, and then burn all the brush and fill in the hole for $5. And it was a way that my dad made sure that I had to earn the money before I was able to buy a new bicycle. So I learned that you have to get the money before you buy something and not afterwards.
Mm-hmm. That's smart. Was there anyone you ever looked up to as a role model?
Well, I certainly looked up to my father. He was a great role model.
So what made him such a good role model?
Well, he had principle, and he had some really nice ways of explaining things to me. For example, I was going off to college, and I had my car loaded up, and I rolled down the window, and my dad stepped up to the window, and he said, "Son, I think it'd be a good idea if you don't come home till Thanksgiving." That was in September, and so he wanted me to make sure that I really fit in and learned that new environment.
Do you think discipline's a good trait to have as like in a community? Or principle? Sorry.
Yeah, you just cut out. You say that. Ask the question again.
Do you think having good principle like your father did is key to making a better community?
Well, sure. You need elected officials and city officials and all kinds of people who have principles so that things get done properly.
Have you ever felt as a leader in a community? Or acted as a leader?
Well, yes, I was the president of the Hewlin Meadows Homeowners Association. And so for about 7 years, I had to run the meetings and do the business for the association and try to keep the needs of the whole neighborhood in mind.
What are some key things to make a really good leader other than principle to you?
Well, I think that the leader needs to be comfortable dealing with people so that he can explain himself or herself and get people to talk to him and tell him what they really need.
Mhm. Do you see yourself as a person who empowers people in the community and makes wise choices to make positive change?
I think you'll have to ask that again. You're kind of freezing up.
Is it the recording? Do you see yourself as a person who empowers others to make positive change?
I'm not sure that's my role in life. I'm more apt to do things by myself than to engage a group.
Mm. Have you done anything for your community to serve it?
Well, I support our neighborhood association, and I support the church, and I support a number of different charities financially, and I support our community chorale, both singing and acting as the treasurer. So, in those ways, yes.
Why do you do these community services?
Well, you started to ask a question, and then your voice went away.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry about that. So it seems like you're a pretty big person in your community service-wise. Why do you do these services for your community?
Well, you keep cutting out, Charlie. I wasn't able to understand that at all.
A little bit faster. That's right.
Why do you do a bunch of community services?
All I heard was services.
Oh, all right. Can you hear me right now?
Yes, I can.
All right. So, I asked what kinds of things do you do to serve your community, and now I'm asking, if so, because it seems like you do, obviously, why do you do these things in your community?
I feel that if you're a member of a group like our Caritas Chorale, you need to contribute. And so I contribute. I just think it's my responsibility to help the group. And so I serve as the treasurer and the bookkeeper, and I also sing in the group. And likewise, in Hulen Meadows and in the community and in the church, I feel that I'm responsible to help keep those organizations going, and because I believe in them. And so I just have a sense of responsibility to do that.
Okay, thanks. That's about it for this interview. It's supposed to be like 7 to 10 minutes, 15.
Okay, Jane. Good. I hope you got what you needed, and there won't be to transcribe this time, right?
What?
That won't be so much to transcribe this time.
Yeah.
Much shorter.
Well, thank you.
Well, you're welcome. Hey, just a question. How did you do in your counseling session tonight? Were you there with your dad?
Oh,
or was that your brother?
It was goal setting.
Oh, uh-huh.
For answer.
Tell them how it was. Tell them what your goal is.
Can I stop broadcasting to listeners?
Stop broadcasting.
All right.